All Been Done Radio Hour. This week we bring you Daniel Kravitz' Chosen One, A Family Affair, which is the finale of Volume 1. Daniel Kravitz, more than most of our shows, unfolds in the traditional season-type stories, and this is it for that first season, or that first volume of a comic book or graphic novel. So I hope you really enjoy the finale. Before you check it out, we'd like to thank MadLab Theater, our host site. We have a brand new show coming up there on Saturday, May 13th at 5:30. Come and check it out. It's going to feature the series finale of The Scary Dead. Final episode of The Scary Dead. That's a big deal. We're ending one of our segments. So you'll want to see that. You'll also want to go ahead and get some tickets to some MadLab shows because they are doing Theater Roulette in May, which is 3 nights of shorts. It's an annual festival. There's lots of really cool stuff, and some of our cast is in it this year, which is really sweet. So go to madlab.net/tickets to get tickets to our show and also to Theater Roulette and other great MadLab programs. We also need to thank Circle 270 Media, which we are a proud member of. This podcast it's a Columbus-based network. And then our parent company, IABD Presents. You can find it at iabdpresents.com. Lots of great podcast written work and more based in Columbus, Ohio. This week I want to highlight It's All Been Written Before, our short story contest. It is already closed for the year, our first year, and we have announced the winners. So if you go to our website, you can see who the lucky people were. They got their stories accepted for a collection we'll begin releasing at the end of May. Now enjoy the Daniel Kravitz Chosen One, Volume 1 finale, A Family Affair.
Our second feature tonight is Volume 1 finale of Daniel Kravitz' Chosen One. Daniel is an unhappy antique store owner who has been tapped as the Chosen One to stand up against the ultimate evil and save the world.
You're welcome.
Together with his best friend, Abby Reynolds.
I'm in a coma.
His mentor, Rufus Reginald Rochester.
Good day to you all.
And Grezit the Green, who only has a tiny body because Daniel chopped off his head and the rest of him is slowly growing back.
Hello from the other side of the doggy cage. I am a prisoner, not on Daniel's team. Rude!
He battles the forces of darkness and protects us all.
I was born in the city of Columbus, Ohio, and was the tallest one in my class, growing 6 feet. By the time I hit grade 5, made me sad to be alive because I don't feel like I belong. No, I don't feel like I belong. My parents died when I was far too young. Misery and grief were the friends death brung. Freaky tall and feeling sad, there was no use getting mad, so I stayed up and wrote the song. Grown up now, I run a little store full of things that are such a bore. But at least I have a friend, and my heart begins to mend. Abby Reynolds would never do me wrong. Then one day this weird guy shows up at my door, speaking of weird things that I've never heard before. Monsters and creeps with big ugly feet coming in a great big throng. I now hate my life even more each day. I wish they'd all just go far, far away. Especially that Rufus, he is such a frickin' doofus. God, I hate him. That's the end of the Daniel Kravitz song. That's the end of the Daniel Kravitz song. Goodbye.
Previously on Daniel Kravitz's Chosen One, Daniel's girlfriend, Regina, who happens to be Rufus's niece, tried to recruit Daniel to join the ultimate evil, which she claims is not really all that evil, and destroy the organization for which Rufus works. Daniel rejected her offer and narrowly escaped from Ragina and Wanda the Witch. Meanwhile, Rufus and Grezit discover Abby's body on the floor of the antique shop, driven into a coma by Regina's minions, and sought to get in touch with Daniel. This month's episode, A Family Affair, picks up only hours later. We begin with Daniel sitting by Abby's side in a hospital room.
God damn it, Abby. How could I be so stupid? How could I not know that Regina was just playing me for some fool? God, I feel so stupid. And what she did to you, this is my fault. This is all my fault. Wait, it's not my fault. I told you to stay out. Abby, I told you and I warned you to stay away. When I became the chosen one, I said, no, Abby, don't go. And you didn't listen to me. You didn't listen. And now what am I supposed to do? I can't do this without you, Abby. I can't be the chosen one. I need you and you're not here. I just have to tell Rufus I'm done. I don't want to be the chosen one without you. It's not fair. For God's sakes, Abby, blink. Wiggle a finger, do something. I need you in my life. Why aren't you here? God, you know we don't get along. I don't know if you exist, but if you can hear me, please. Please understand that I need her. I have no family. You took my parents. She's all I've got. I want my friend back. They will pay. Abby, do you hear me? I swear on everything holy, those people will pay. Regina, all three of them are going to pay for what they did to you. Do you hear me? They will rue the day they mess with the chosen one. When I get a hold of her, there will be nothing left. I swear to you.
Daniel?
Across town.
How long are we going to wait here, Regina?
Oh, excuse me, Wanda. Do you have another appointment?
No, but I don't understand. Why aren't we going after them?
Of course you don't understand. You're an imbecile. That's why I'm in charge, and you do what I tell you to.
But we've been waiting in Daniel Kravitz's training center for hours. What's the point of that?
The point is that Daniel and I have had sex in this training center dozens of times. Watching him work out here always gets me so hot and bothered. He'll remember that, and it will serve as a distraction, as will this revealing ensemble.
I don't know if anything will distract him after Fizzy Bebbit killed Abby.
There are only two of us, and you have no power at all over the Chosen One, so it's worth a try.
Couldn't you just ask the Ultimate Evil to send us more help?
How do you think the Ultimate Evil would take that? Pardon me, Ultimate Evil. We've failed miserably and need you to come in and rescue us. What do you think would happen if I asked it that?
Someone's coming.
Daniel, if you're right and she is here, then that's all the more reason to calm down before you get into battle. In this emotional state...
She is here, Rufus. I know it. And she is going to pay.
And Fizzy Bibbit and that witch will pay too for hurting my Abby. They are rude. Rude!
Slow down, Grezit. What if Wanda has bewitched my niece? Now doesn't that seem like a more likely scenario than... jeez.
I will clear that right up for you, Uncle. No one has bewitched me. This is who I truly am.
Although truly you wears a lot of skin, tight leather, huh?
Yes, well, it's certainly flattering to my figure. Don't you agree, Daniel?
Daniel Kravitz will not fall for your trickery, witch!
Wait, are you a witch too, Regina?
No, it is just an expression, Wanda! Unless you lied about that too, Regina.
I didn't lie, Grezit. I'm not a witch, but I am more than capable of holding my own in a fight. Or don't you remember my stories, Daniel?
Oh, I remember. And it won't save you.
Okay, what are these bloody stories you keep referencing? And where did you get those unseemly clothes?
Just because you weren't there for me after my parents died doesn't mean I didn't have a life, Uncle Rufus. I tried to join you on your journeys, but when you refused me, I set out on my own adventures. Adventures that brought me into your world without you.
Well, I see the type of friends you made on those adventures, Regina, and I do not approve.
Do not offend me, old man.
Well, speaking of friends, where's Fizzy Bibbit? Well, I know he's invisible, but I know it's not like him to keep quiet for this long. Here, Fizzy Bibbit.
Daniel.
Where is he?
Fizzy Bibbit is dead. I'm so sorry. I didn't know he killed Abby until it was too late. I killed him as punishment.
Well, good, because he deserved to die. But he didn't kill Abby. She's still alive.
What?
Well, I'm very happy to hear that. I've always liked Abby.
Oh, forgive me for questioning you, Regina, but it's hard to believe you actually care about anyone, let alone Abby.
And why is that, Uncle?
Look at who you're working with. A person is judged by the company one keeps.
I could say the same for you, Uncle. Do you know how the rest of the supernatural world regards that awful organization that you work for? Do you know the atrocities that you and your ilk are responsible for?
Oh yes, atrocities like saving the world.
At what cost? When does manipulating others with deceit and lies become justifiable?
Do you not hear yourself, Regina? That is exactly what you just did.
Yes, but that's different. I had a higher purpose.
Well, so do we, and unlike yours, ours is noble. We're keeping everyone, especially our loved ones, safe. And also, please, can't you put on a jumper or something?
Well, I happen to like this outfit. And if you need to lie to yourself about being noble to help you sleep at night, you can go on living in your little fantasy world.
It is day, not night. But speaking of night, I am falling asleep listening to the two of you.
Me too, Grezit. Are we going to do this or what?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be this way, Daniel. It's not too late for you to join me.
And why in the world would I even do that?
Why trust a stodgy old bugger over me? I can think of a lot of reasons you should side with your girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend.
Yeah. Put your cleavage away, Regina.
You put yours away, Guru Monster.
I cannot help it. Sorry, you are jealous of all of these several chests.
Several tiny chests. Seriously, Daniel, after all we've been through together, why would you side with Uncle Rufus over me? You've never met the group he works for. It's his word against mine.
Okay, Daniel, well, technically, what she says is true. I can assure you that
Rufus, you don't have to defend yourself. This is an easy one. Now, I may not like how my life has changed since Rufus showed up, Regina, but he has never lied to me, okay? He has never done anything but help work with me. Very few people have done anything in this life to make me feel like I matter. He and Abby are the only thing since my parents to give me any meaning. Plus, he doesn't work for something named the Ultimate Evil.
Well, I told you, it's not really its name. That's just what Uncle Rufus and his lot call it.
See? There's another problem. Not he or she, it. I pick people over its any day.
And Garuzis like me.
Yes, and even Guru monsters rank a little above its.
Well said, Daniel Kravitz. I have never been more proud.
Too bad you were never proud of me, Uncle.
I was proud of you, Regina. Not anymore, though. Your parents would be so very disappointed.
Enough! I've been in this crappy little town too long. Let's kill them and go home.
The witch is impatient, but she's right. We're not going to convince one another of anything. It's time to kill you all so we can get on with this and go after the rest of those who would ruin the earth.
The only thing that's going to be ruined is this carpet in here, Regina, when I spill your lying, hateful, murderous blood on it.
Ha ha!
Tough talk, chosen one.
Daniel charges the two women. Regina engages him head-on, fighting Daniel's axe with a long, multi-bladed weapon. Wanda manages to get past Daniel and block Rufus and Grezit from helping him.
Take that, Zap.
Your spells do not work on us. Rufus has seen to that.
I figured you might prepare countermeasures to my magic. I am also prepared.
Grezit and Rufus run at Wanda, but bounce off of something hard.
Ow! What did she do, Rufus?
Well, it appears that Wanda is inside some sort of protective, bubble sphere thing.
That's right, I am.
I will tear at this bubble again and again until I burst it. Then I will rip Wanda's head off and tie it to a pole. Then, I will get some neighborhood children to play tetherball with it. I'm gonna beat her flesh until it's black and blue, and her stupid little witchy teeth go everywhere in all directions. After that, then I will...
Yes, you might be able to get through my bubble, but not before I've counteracted your countermeasures.
All right, keep at it, Grezit. I'll see if I can find a countermeasure to use against her in this book. All right, in case she gets past the protective walls I've cast on us.
You know magic? If you could do magic, why didn't you use it before, Rufus?
All right, well, I'm not exactly highly skilled at the magics department, so it does take me a while to enact even the simplest of spells. It's not very useful in most combat situations, but I wasn't going to go into this fight without some preparation.
Don't make excuses, just do it!
That's my Uncle Rufus for you, never quite living up to his intellectual potential, and not much else going on for him.
You don't get to insult Rufus anymore!
I'm his niece! Since when do family members not have the right to judge their relations?
Since I just realized that I care about more about his well-being than you do.
Oh, that's very touching, Daniel.
Shut up, Rufus! Hurry up and cast a damn spell!
It won't be fast enough. I'm nearly there.
I must admit, your skills have improved a great deal since we first met, Daniel. I should have attacked you sooner.
And why didn't you?
The time wasn't right.
Oh, yeah. Well, you needed to get me to fall for you so you could just talk to me into joining your little cause first, huh? How's that going for you?
The ultimate evil wasn't ready to make its move yet. So it wasn't my timetable I was following. But I must admit, I didn't expect you to be so difficult to sway. It certainly wasn't hard to get into your heart. Or your pants.
Well, that's where you're wrong. You may have had my dick, but you will never have my heart. I'm way too emotionally distant to get you that quickly.
No, you aren't. You are capable of romantic impulses. You just misjudged how deep your feelings for Abby are.
You do not get to talk about Abby right now.
Touched a nerve, did I? God, you two just need to admit your attraction to one another and get it over with.
She's my best friend!
No, Daniel! She's your true love. Too bad you won't get the chance to be with her. You'll both be dead before morning.
Daniel, if you could disarm and capture my niece just a bit faster. I do not think I'm going to win this magic competition with a professional witch.
You have that right.
Capture her? Oh, no. I am going to kill Regina!
You're certainly welcome to try.
No, Daniel, please, I beg of you. I know she's Ad, but she's not. She is my blood. Don't.
Well, I'll keep that in mind as she tries to kill me, Rufus. Just do something!
Almost there.
This bitchy, witchy bubble is not bursting!
Out of the corner of his eye, Daniel sees that Wanda has finished something and is taking deadly aim at Grezit. Abandoning his fight with Regina, Daniel dives at Grezit, knocking him out of the way of the attack.
Daniel Kravitz saved me?
Wanda's beam bounces harmlessly off Daniel, but with his attention divided, Daniel doesn't see the blunt end of Regina's weapon spinning around to crack him on the skull. Daniel falls to the floor, unconscious, a trickle of blood running down his cheek.
You do not hit my friend on his stupid head!
Grezit lunges at Regina, and the two begin fighting, the Guru monster battling away with Regina's weapon with his long claws.
So with your spells down, that leaves you vulnerable to me, Rufus, Reginald, Rochester. Let me just drop this bubble.
And with your bubble gone, you're vulnerable to me.
Joshy Poo Munkins?
Josh Wallace, the young man who once enacted a spell, make think that Abby was the chosen one, and if you didn't know what I'm talking about, listen to podcast episode 36 from a month ago, bursts through the door of the training center, purple lightning shooting from his fingers.
No!
In a mere few seconds, Wanda burns down to a pile of gray ashes.
Ha ha ha!
As Grezit is distracted by Josh's arrival and Wanda's demise, Regina cracks Grezit on the skull, the knocked-out Garou monster dropping next to Daniel on the floor.
Get behind me, Rufus. Regina, don't take another step.
The ultimate evil has made me impervious to your magic.
But did it make your weapon impervious?
The weapon in Regina's hands melts into a puddle, slipping through her fingers and onto the floor.
I don't need weapons to destroy you. Crack!
Regina raises her own hands to Josh, and a bolt of blue smacks him in the chest, knocking him off his feet. Josh slumps to the floor, unmoving but still breathing. Calmly, Rufus raises a broadsword. Wait a minute, where did he get a broadsword? Oh yeah, training center. There's weapons everywhere. Anyway, Rufus raises a broadsword against Regina's neck.
It's over, Regina.
You think I won't kill you, Uncle?
I think you don't want to kill. You've knocked 3 men to the floor, and none of them are dead.
I killed my own henchman, Fizzy-Bibbit, only yesterday.
Well, that's different. Fizzy-Bibbit was a monster.
Well, so is Grezit.
Rude.
Yes, while that might be true, you do know Grezit.
I knew Fizzy-Bibbit too. You have me all figured out, Uncle. Yet, I've lived right under your nose for nearly a year, and you never knew who I, your own flesh and blood, truly was.
Yes, well, love does blind us all.
You don't love me. You never did. I was a responsibility you were saddled with, and not even a very important one.
Now that's not true, Regina.
It is, or you wouldn't have left me alone as you did. So what happens next, Uncle? Wait for Daniel to awake so he can execute me. I know you don't have the stones to do it yourself.
I wanted to protect you. I still want to protect you.
A little late for that, don't you think?
No, it's never too late, Regina.
Daniel stirs on the floor. Opening his eyes, he sees Rufus holding the blade on Regina.
Kill her, Rufus!
Daniel, I can't.
Suddenly, Regina shoves Rufus back towards Daniel. Rufus trips and goes down. In the few seconds of the chaos that follows, she sprints for the door and is gone before either man can find their feet and give chase. A short time later, at the hospital.
And that's when she got away.
Wow, I am so proud of you, all of you.
Did you hear anything I said, Abby? She got away. She won.
But she didn't succeed. You stopped her. You and Rufus and Grezit and even Josh, who I'm gonna have some choice words for when I see him again. I told him to stay away.
Kind of stinks when you tell somebody to stay away and they don't listen, doesn't it? Listen, Abby, you can't be too hard on him. He did save our lives.
Daniel Kravitz, I never thought I'd see the day when you went soft. Don't you remember what he did to us?
Well, yeah, of course I do. But I also remember what he did this afternoon.
So where is everyone else?
Well, Josh didn't think that you wanted to see him, and I couldn't exactly bring Grezit here to this very public hospital with his little tiny body and nipples. So he's got home back in his cage. And Rufus just kind of walked away without saying anything. So I don't know where he went, but I'm sure he'll be back. But you can ask him when you come back to work tomorrow.
Daniel!
Fine, I'm not heartless. Monday.
Whatever you say.
Abby, listen, I mean, this whole thing has just put something into perspective for me. There's something, I guess, that I've known for a long time. I mean, you've been there for me running the store and everything. But I didn't know I knew it.
What are you talking about, Daniel?
I love you, Abby.
It's about time, you moron.
The two share a kiss as we close Volume 1 of Daniel Kravitz' Chosen One. Join us in 2017 for brand new stories about the grumpy antique store owner and his friends tasked with saving us all.
It's It's All Been Done Radio Hour, number 70. Daniel Kravitz' Chosen One, number 13, A Family Affair. Starred Nathan Haley as Daniel Kravitz, Wendy Parks as Abby Reynolds, Shane Stefanchik as Rufus Reginald Rochester, Ryan Yohe as Grezit the Green, Amanda Iman as Regina, Katie Boissoneault as Wanda the Witch, and Seamus Talty as Josh. As always, the show is narrated by Chris Allen, Foley artist Seamus Talty, music by Nathan Haley and Jerome Wetzel. Please check out our website, it's allbeendoneradiohour.com, and follow our parent network on social media at IABD Presents on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. All that great stuff. You can also check out our YouTube channel. There's some great behind-the-scenes stuff and some in front-of-the-scenes stuff from It's All Been Done Radio Hour. I hope you have a great week.
With you, I don't even care anymore. Without you, I don't even care anymore. I mean, not about any of it. Rufus can shove it all up his Oh, I get a cuss, yeah. Rufus can shove it up his goddamn ass. I swear to you, Abby, they will learn what the Chosen One can do, and it won't be pretty.
That's your Oscar moment.
Yeah.
So I would just vary the volume a little bit.
I know, I got it.
I know you'll kill it. That's why I gave it to you.
I get to have mood swings, so
I know you'll
I'm
kill
super
it.
excited.
Is that any different from reality? Mood swings from reality?
A little bit. Yeah.
Is it really?
A little bit. I'm sorry. Great. That was wonderful.
Abby.
Daniel?
Daniel.
Cross her down.
Don't touch me.
Can I do that? Can I punch her back out?
No.
Don't scare me like that.